monkeys, how you doing? Damian Keys here. Merry Christmas. Couple of days left. Hope you got your shopping done. But Santa's working, so we are too. Now, let's get serious. Something I think that will ring true with a lot of you, and something that's cropping up quite a lot, is that you're smashing it in your local area. You're bringing people down and you're building audiences when you do a gig in your local area. But you're struggling when it comes to outside of your area, when it comes outside of your town or outside of your city. You're not sure how to build audiences in the next city across or around the country. So, crops up quite a lot. Let's have a think about it. Luckily, Snowy the Snowman's here to answer your question. Now, firstly, if you can bring 100 people to a gig in your local area, firstly, you're doing well and you are a commodity. Now, what is the definition of a commodity? A commodity is just a valuable thing, something that brings value to someone else. And who do you bring value to? Well, you bring value to promoters if you can get 100 people to a gig. You bring value to venues because they want people in their venue, bums on seats. You bring value to support bands who can't bring as many people. So you are bringing value to those people. And if you think about it, how are we going to start breaking that out of your city into the next one? Well, firstly, we're going to start having a look at another band similar to yours in another city who are also a commodity, because you are a commodity in your city but not so much in another's. So you're going to go to another city, find a similar kind of band, a commodity, and you're going to do a deal with them. You're going to say, look, we're a similar kind of music. Tell you what, we can bring 100 people to a gig in our city. You can bring 100 people to a gig in your city. We're going to find a third one in a third city. You can bring 100 people. We're going to do a trade-off. We're going to do a mini tour. You're going to come and play to our 100 people. Then we're going to come and play to your 100 people. Then both of us are going to come and play to their 100 people. And what you're doing then is you're actually using your value, your commodity, to barter and bargain with another band who is a commodity in their area. Individually, if you go to Southampton, if you're from Brighton, it's 60 miles down the road and there's no one going to turn up to your gig, you're not a commodity there. But if there's a band in Southampton who's big in Southampton and you can feed off them and they can feed off you, then this is an easy trade and an easy way to start building a following in a new area and trading so that they can do the same in yours, and you're starting to expand together. Now, when you do this, what's really important is be realistic. If you can bring 50 to 100 people to a gig, then go and find a band in another area which pulls 50 to 100 people. Don't look for some band that pulls 500 people and see if you can get on their gig, because it's not a fair trade. You are looking for a similar band to yourself in another city so you can do this trade-off. It's a really simple concept, but it means that you can start doing this in multiple towns and cities around the country. And you can also put gigs in your area and trade them off and just say, look, we've already done this. We've got our fan base, we've got our audience. So if you want to come and play for our audience, then fair dues, we're going to come and play for your audience. Great trade. This commodity thing of you being able to bring people to your gig, our band's going to pay you money? No, they're not. But at the same point, they'll happily do that trade, because it means they're playing to a new audience. And if you can get 100 people and that band can get 100 people and the next band can get 100 people, then that is a brilliant gig. 3 brilliant gigs for 3 bands. So have a think about it, but you need to do the research. You need to go and find these bands that are similar to yourself and start building these relationships and then making this stuff happen. We've talked about collabs before and I'm not seeing enough of it. So cool. All right then. Well, in that case, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's getting close to Christmas, but and I'm on my own in the office, so it's just me, Snowy, and the camera, but we got to keep this thing rolling, so see you guys tomorrow.